And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's VeChain analysis video. We will be going over both pairings, okay, VeChain USDT as well as VeChain BTC. Now, before I get into the meat of things, I want you guys to know that Sean and I, we released a Bitcoin analysis today. Now, we did close a weekly candle today, and let me tell you something, guys, that was a strong weekly close for Bitcoin, okay? Like, it was so strong that I will be anticipating a move all the way to about 11.3, 11.4K. I do believe that Bitcoin is looking relatively good, and well, you know how the party goes, right? If Bitcoin makes a move, whether it is to the upside or to the downside, you usually see like some adverse price moves on many of the altcoins. So while, you know, some of the alts are looking rather decent even still, prudence is necessary here, okay? Bitcoin is looking good. It looks like it wants to have a volatile move, well, for me personally, to the upside. I do believe that Bitcoin is likely to break up than it is to break down, with just the technicals that we dissected in today's analysis video. I will link that above for those of you who are interested in keeping an eye on Bitcoin. I'll link it above as well as at the end of this video. Okay, so now let's get into, well, VeChain. Now we're going to start off with the Mango dashboard, and the first thing I see here, guys, is on the top gainers list, Zilliqa is still on top. It has 2 spots in the top 3 gainers list. ZIL USDT is up 356%, and ZIL BTC is also up 230%. And guys, believe it or not, I was actually kind of scouring through a lot of altcoins today, and I pulled up Zilliqa. While it's already had a good 200% move to the upside, I do believe it has more, okay? Especially with this last weekly close that we had. That was a strong close for ZIL. So I will be expecting more upside on for Zilliqa. And another thing I noticed, guys, while going through many altcoins, is that quite a few of them are so close to reaching price discovery. Okay, so the alts are still looking really sweet. But like I said, prudence is necessary. When Bitcoin wants to move, it's going to shit on the party. Now let's get into, well, VeChain. Now, that USDT is still long on the dashboard. This long signal came in 13 days ago. If you caught the signal, you are up 48.22%. VeChain BTC also is long, okay? This long signal came in 15 days ago, and you are up 50%. So VeChain is still looking really good on the dashboard. Now, before I sort of move on to the chart, I know that a lot of you have opted for the premium version of the dashboard, and a lot of you have told me how much you like it, so I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying the dashboard and you guys are catching some good trends on it. Now, for those of you who've been asking me to add in certain pairs, I'll tell you something. We are working on adding in more pairs. We don't really kind of go and, you know, selectively choose which pair we're going to add onto the dashboard. The dashboard currently has about 282 pairs on here, and if you guys have noticed, they're all pairs on the Binance exchange. Okay, we are looking to add more exchanges onto the list. That way we have a more, a wider sort of range of altcoins to pick from. But for right now, it's just the pairs on the Binance exchange. Okay, now as soon as we add in more pairs onto the list, we include more exchanges in the algorithm, I will let you guys know. I'll shoot you guys an email, but we are working on that. Okay, so rest assured. But yeah, this is it. Now, for those of you who want to play around with the dashboard, there is an absolutely free version. I'm going to link it above as well as in the description below. It is app.mangoresearch.co. Okay, you guys can just go on there and play around with all the features. All the features are the same on the free version as well as the premium version. Okay, the only difference is the number of pairs. Okay, everything else is the same. You guys get to go ahead, play around with it, see what's possible. All right, so now let's get into the charts and see what VeChain is up to. Now, for those of you who've been watching my videos, you guys know that I like starting off with those high-level horizontals. We're first going to start off with VeChain USDT, and then we're going to move on to VeChain BTC, okay? So let's do this. Now I'm going to plot everything closer to, well, immediate price action. Okay, we got one there. I noticed that VeChain, it likes sort of, you know, trending in ranges as opposed to like solid horizontals. There's one around here, and I think that's about it. Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and plot the overhead resistance. We have one right there, and damn, the next one is only here. at around that 0.017 cent region. Now I'm going to actually zone these things out because I'm noticing that it's it likes sort of, you know, oscillating in zones as opposed to following some solid horizontal. So that's one point of resistance. That's one zone of resistance right around there. Now we're currently in that zone, okay, as many of you can see, and this is the zone of support that we have underneath us right now. Okay, now I do believe that this is the current range that VeChain is oscillating in, but what is to note here is that the picture is more bullish than it is bearish. Okay, now if I just zoom in to, well, this price action right now, we are currently on the weekly time frame, and I want you to notice how VeChain closed relative to its weekly resistance here, now turns support at around that 0.007 cent region. Okay, we closed over it. That was a clean close. We came down this morning for me, some other time for you, tested that resistance and had an immediate move to the upside. Now, I do believe that the next sort of point of resistance for VeChain USDT is only going to be up here at around that 0.0079 cent region. Now, what is to note here, guys, is that this close is actually more bullish than it is bearish. Now, I understand that we are still sort of oscillating in a range of resistance, okay, all the way from this 0.008 cents going all the way down to 0.0071 cents. Okay, now I do believe that this picture is more bullish because if you really look at this chart, the last time, okay, VeChain cleared this level at around 0.0071 cents was only back here in November of 2019. So it's been a good 7 months, okay, 7 to 8 months since VeChain has actually managed to take this region out. Okay, now even the last time, guys, and this is why you always wait on consecutive candle body closes. The last time we took it back was November of 2019, the week of 11th of November 2019, only to have the next weekly candle lose that region, and not just lose that region, look at the freaking massive dump to the downside. That was nothing, that was not a small percent, okay, that was like a 31% dump to the downside. Okay, so even now, I will be waiting for this to actually confirm. I am going to be waiting on that next weekly candle to close. Okay, only once we have consecutive candle body closes over this region at around that 0.0071 cents will I be looking for continuation to the upside. But right now I am looking at this as a sort of a more bullish confirmation than a bearish confirmation. Okay, now I will be waiting on this consecutive candles, but I do believe that the next sort of region to be contested will be all the way up here at around 0.0079 cents. What is to note, the overall picture for VeChain USDT is that we are still in a range of resistance. Okay, I do believe that the major level for VeChain to clear in order for us to see a massive sort of move to the upside is going to be this region of resistance right here at around 0.009 cents. Okay, but now question is, can we actually get up to these levels? Can we actually get up to that 0.009 cent region? Okay, for that, let's sort of boil down onto those lower time frames and see what VeChain is doing there. Now, we did close a 12-hour candle about 10 minutes ago. So we'll be looking at the 12-hour chart as well. But the first thing I'm seeing here, guys, is that if I just go ahead and plot a line right here, I'm going to zoom into this price action. Okay, now I've plotted a line on these daily candle body closes. And the first thing I see is that we managed to take that out. We got a test of that region. Okay, now that line, the horizontal line that I have here at around those daily candle body closes was around 0.0072 cents. Okay, now we took that out, retest, and we had a good push to the upside. And what I am noticing with the wicks as well as the lows of these candles is that we have higher highs and higher lows. And that is the bullish structure that we want to see in order for us to look to find strong price action. Okay, now if I just go ahead, switch on my cloud as well as my 10 SMA and my 21 EMA, and the first thing I see here is that the cloud is green. Okay, beautiful. We have a bullish TK cross. We're maintaining that bullish TK cross even better. I'm actually also going to switch on my 200 simple moving average, and I want to see where we are. Okay, so we've cleared the 200 simple. Notice how we took that out, got a beautiful retest, and then pumped to the upside. But okay, so we're holding that 10 SMA still. I mean, this is a bullish picture on the daily time frame. Okay, we are making higher highs on the daily as well. How about the 12-hour time frame? Now, I did mention that we closed a 12-hour candle. And what do you know, guys? We actually put in a higher high on the 12-hour close. Okay, the last 12-hour close, if I mark a line there, we actually took out the highs over here. Okay, we have officially made a new high on the 12-hour close. So that is a good. Seems like I think we want to get a retest of this region at around 0.0074 cents. But once again, guys, I am expecting further continuation to the upside, all the way up to 0.0079 cents. Is there any pattern play here? I am seeing something small, but I think to really sort of see it, let's go on to the 4-hour time frame. We may be seeing a potential cup and handle. I think we have it, but allow me to use my confirmation. I usually use volume as my confirmation, guys. For patterns, you always need a confirmation, another additional indicator to give you confirmation on your pattern. The issue with patterns is that they're subjective at times, and you can honestly, you can see patterns everywhere. So you need that added confirmation on your pattern. Now, I personally use volume. Okay, I look at volume to determine whether or not it is a pattern. Okay, now I do believe that we have the volume for this, although I'm not sure if it's a cup and handle or an inverted head and shoulders. I think I'm leaning towards inverted head and shoulders. I think it's an inverted head and shoulders. Okay, first of all, I do believe that this is a pattern in a pattern. Okay, the first thing I see here was a beautiful sort of double bottom that we broke to the upside. If you just take the measured move of this, okay, and you plot it on here, it appears that we have met the measured move, and it appears that it is the region that we are getting rejected off of at this very point in time. Okay, but another thing I am noticing on this chart is that we may have a potential bullish inverted head and shoulders that we have broken to the upside. And look at this beautiful volume node here as confirmation. Okay, now that is the kind of volume you want to see on a break of any pattern. That volume node compared to all the previous volume nodes, okay, it stands out, and that's exactly what you want to see on a break of any sort of pattern, on a break of any kind of neckline. Okay, now for those of you who still do not see the inverted head and shoulders, I'm going to draw it out for you. Give me a moment. Now this is it right here. This is the left shoulder, this is the head, and I believe this is the right shoulder, with this being the break. Okay, now that you see it, I do believe that we have a break here. I really like the volume confirmation. If you look at the measured move of this pattern, let's see where this takes VeChain USDT up to, shall we? And what do you know, the measured move for this will take VeChain all the way up to 0.0083 cents. Okay, that is going to be the measured move. If you have to look at the percent move to the upside, that is going to be a good 12% move to the upside. If, guys, we start closing daily candles as well as 2-day candles over this region here at around 0.0079 cents, I will be looking for not just continuation to, well, the measured move at around 0.0083 cents, but also all the way up to 0.009. Okay, now that 0.009 is going to be the main sort of zone. If we start closing candles over that, remember what kind of move we have over us. That is a good 99% move to the upside. Okay, that is going to be a major chunk. But what is to note here, guys, is that this chart is looking bullish. This is a good break. We are making higher highs and higher lows. The structure is bullish. Now let's move on to VeChain BTC and see what it is doing. Now it's always good to look at both sort of pairings. That way you get a more holistic view on what the underlying cryptocurrency wants to do. Now remember, from the beginning of this video, I told you guys that Bitcoin closed a weekly candle and it is looking strong. Okay, now when you're looking at the VeChain Bitcoin chart, you're looking at VeChain against Bitcoin. You're trying to compare the two cryptocurrencies to figure out, hey, which one of the two is going to be the most profitable? Okay, now this is the chart that will give you an idea on that question. Is it VeChain that is going to be the better hold, or is it Bitcoin that's going to be the better hold? Okay, so now we're still going to stick to our drill here. All right, weekly time frame. We're going to draw in those high-level horizontals, and I'm pretty much going to mark everything closer to, well, immediate price action. Okay, I think that covers it. So like I said, we're all going to mark everything closer to immediate price action. All right, I'm going to zoom into this, and I'm going to draw in these zones for you guys. Okay, so now we have one overhead zone of resistance right around here. Okay, all the way up from 105 sats, coming down all the way to 97 sats. All right, and now we have another zone of resistance all the way here from, well, 83 sats coming down to 74 sats. and then there's this one sort of line of support here at around 61 sats. But the first thing that really pops out on my screen, guys, is how we have finally taken out 74 sats. And this, guys, was the region of resistance that I brought to your attention on my last VeChain analysis video. Okay, now we've managed to take out 74 sats. I do believe that the next region to be contested is going to be 83 sats. If we start closing daily candles over 83 sats, the next region is only going to be up here at 97 sats. Okay, right now this is looking like a bullish picture. Price going all the way up to, actually no, I'm going to take it from current price. Okay, current price going all the way up to 83 sats is a good 6% to the upside, 6.5% to the upside. Going all the way to the next major zone of resistance is going to be a 24% move to the upside. Okay, nothing to be scoffed at. And another thing I want you to notice here, I'm going to take this region here at 97 sats, and I'm going to make this line a bit thicker. Okay, because this actually marks the neckline of a massive double bottom. Okay, and this is going to be the neckline. If VeChain starts closing candles over this region, that is going to be your first massive bullish tell, at which point the next major sort of region of resistance is only going to be up here at 152 sats. Okay, if you look at the measured move of that, that is a good 54% move to the upside. But right now, guys, this is a bullish picture considering that we managed to close a weekly candle over 74 sats. The last time we did that was all the way back here on December 23rd. That was 6 months ago. Okay, it's been a while since we've managed to take this out. This is a bullish picture. I am anticipating a move all the way up to 83 sats at the very least, but let's sort of drill down to see if this could have a little more umph in it, if we could manage to get all the way up to 97 sats. Now, the first thing that really pops out on my screen, guys, if I just put on my Ichimoku cloud on the weekly time frame, is how the Kijun is in line with this upper resistance bound at 83 sats. So not only do we have horizontal resistance there, but we also have the Kijun coming down on that region. We are going to see pressure there. Okay, so watch out for that region. Watch out for how price reacts on that 83 sat region. That is going to be the dictating factor here to figure out whether or not we're going to have a further push to the upside. Okay, so watch out for that 83 sat region. Now let's drill down to the daily time frame. Put on that Ichimoku cloud is on. Brilliant. Okay, now the first thing I see, guys, is the cloud is green. Okay, price is over the cloud. We have a bullish TK cross. You can see the 21 EMA climb up quite aggressively. Put on the 10 SMA. The 10 SMA is also climbing up quite aggressively. This is clearly trending on something much lower than the daily time frame. But I really like price action here. Quite honestly, if I just plot a line right there at around 76 sats, I'm going to make this a little narrower, okay, and you can see how price is sort of pushing up there. If we manage to see 12-hour candle body closes over this region at 76 sats, I'm saying that we're going to have further continuation to the upside, all the way up to 83 sats at the very least. And another thing I'm noticing, guys, is we have a cup and handle here. Okay, so I don't know if you guys see it, but this is the cup. That is the handle, okay, and it appears that we have a break. Okay, and you can see the volume coming here as well, so that is decent. However, what is the measured move of this mini cup and handle? If you just take it from here and plot it right here, does that take us to the top of the range? And what do you know, it does. Okay, now the measured move will take VeChain all the way up to 84 cents. The major point of resistance is here at 83 cents. And remember, guys, if we start closing candles over 83 cents, if we start closing daily candles or 2-day candles over this region, I am saying that the next point of resistance is only here. This is going to be a beautiful 16% move to the upside at the very least. Okay, it's not going to be a small move, but watch out for how price reacts off of 83 cents, because that is going to be the dictating factor. We have not only the major weekly horizontal, but this is also the Kijun. Okay, so watch out for how price reacts off of this level. It is going to be the determining factor of whether or not VeChain has more upside or not. Okay, now this is all I have for you for VeChain USDT as well as VeChain BTC. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, guys. Ciao.